Sunday Jam with Arlo. This is episode number 23. I'm so glad you stopped by. Today on the Jam, we're back in Amplitube 5, checking out the Silverplate 50. It's based on the Paul Reed Smith Archon 50 amp. We're pairing up with our Paul Reed Smith Swamp Ash Special. We're going to see how that sounds. Also going to check out a new release at NAMM this week from a company called H2 Audio. They have a pre and an EQ. It's hardware for 500 series racks. It's based on the old Helios consoles of old, legendary Helios, the Stones and Zeppelin. They all played through that, and I'm a big fan of it. I use the Waves plug-in, the Kramer Helios. So we're going to check that out, and then I got a couple other things happening on the channel I just want to run by you guys, and I hope you stick around.
To let go.
Welcome back to Sunday Jam with Arlo. So glad to be back here with you guys this Sunday. And if you're new to the Jam here, I do some home recording, and I'm working on some demos. We talk about gear and plugins and all kinds of fun stuff. So if you're into that, hit the little subscribe button and make sure you hit the bell so when you see, you'll get notifications when we have new videos up here. So lots of fun stuff happening for me this weekend. As I'm making this video, I've got like the whole weekend off here, which I don't get a ton of. And so I'm going to have a bunch of time to work on the new song we're working on. I've got a bunch of lyrics already set for it. And I think I've told you it's going to be my tribute to Leslie West of Mountain, who recently passed back in December. And I'm a huge Leslie West fan. So it's got some cool lyrics in there, referencing him. So it's going to be fun. So thanks for everybody that's been subscribing too. We're almost to 200 subscribers, so we should hit that maybe this week. So hit the subscribe. Appreciate everybody checking it out and digging it. And got some other things to talk about the channel. I'm going to talk a little bit later on. It's pretty cool, so make sure you stick around. So first thing I'd like for you guys to check out, I'm starting to work on this new head and Amplitube. So I'll show you what it is. I've already laid down like the two rhythm guitars, and now I'm trying to get together like what we're going to be using for the lead sound. And I think I want to use this the PRS head here that they just put in. This is brand new for Amplitube 5. They call it the Silverplate 50. It's based on the PRS Archon 50. It's got two channels here. We're playing through the lead channel, and right now I'm just keeping it like the head. And then I got a 412 cab in here I'm using. Loving the new cabs in Amplitube are phenomenal. You guys have been watching for a while now. I use the 2 Notes IRs as well, but I'm pretty much just in Amplitube now. I'm not using the 2 Notes for a little while. They've just got this VIR technology too, where you can move the mics around and do all kinds of crazy stuff with it. Hopefully going to get into some of that this weekend, and I'll give you guys an update on how that is in another jam. So we're playing through that, and I also added in for fun. I love this the T-Rax, the space delay. This thing is just a monster. Tons of fun with this. So I loaded this in just in a vintage space delay preset in there. I'll be messing around with that a lot more. It needs a little more be dialed, but take a little listen. So this is that Archon head, and this is the lead that I've just been messing with a little bit here. So we'll play it here for you. got a pretty sweet little sound to it. Really loving this head. It's got a real nice kind of roundness to it already, and we even haven't messed a whole lot with the EQs and all that yet, which we'll be doing here coming up. So excited to be using that. I think we're gonna get a lot of play out of that head for sure. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about something I saw this week, which was really cool. A lot of you guys know I'm a fan of this plugin right here. This is the Kramer Helios plugin from Waves. I found out about this plugin through Andrew Sheps, who I'm a big fan of him. Real famous producer, but he uses this a lot on guitars. So I tried this out, and this works phenomenal when you engage this EQ. It's got a preamp built into it, and then the EQ built in as well. And I'll let you guys listen to that. Now I got it set here. We're about 4 or 5. We're boosting 4.5. We're boosting like 2K, and then I turn on this down here in the low end. I just switch it to 120, and then I'm not boosting or trimming that, but it just adds a little bit something in there. He said about that in a video I saw, and it definitely does. You can feel it adds a little bit more, just a little more punch down there at the bottom end. There's a little more heaviness there. So let me just turn this on, and I'll tell you why we're checking this out in just a second. So take a listen to this, and I'll turn the EQ on and off here. Yeah, so like I said, a big fan of the Kramer here, the Helios, just because you can get those guitars just to lift where you want them real easily, and the Helios just has a certain sound to it, just brings everything like fuller and out front. So I'm a big fan of that. I'm also a big fan of it too because our buddy Dave Kersner at Sonic Realities, he does the Instagram posts or he does live Instagram feeds at 5 o'clock, usually Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday usually. And he has some Helios modules, some original ones in his effects rack. You should be checking those out with Dave because he's just gotten into a new studio, and the gear he's got in there is just ridiculous. He's got, racks and racks of all kinds of crazy stuff, and he's just been adding new things. It's a brand new studio for him. Looks awesome. So check that out. IK Instagram. So that's how the other way I heard about Helios as well. So let's check out here real quick. Oh, and this is going to be a shameless plug for Dave here. He's playing in Arc of Life right now. He plays keys, and he's playing with these guys. It's a bunch of guys that are in the current Yes lineup. Dave's played with like Steve Hackett, and he's done stuff with Genesis, and big guy in the prog rock world, which we love that stuff, So check out, they've got a new song out called Arc of Life, and then their new album's dropping here, I think maybe the end of this month or February. But you can listen to this on YouTube. It's really good. It's got some cool, like, close to the edge type things happening in the middle. So good one to check out. So this week I saw at NAMM, they had somebody that was talking about this new 500 series Helios modules, and I was like, oh, what is this all about? So I saw Vintage King. They had a video on it, which is down here, which we can check out in a second. But it's H2 Audio. It's a guy that was at Acme Audio, Al Sutton, and then Q2 Audio's Tim Mead. And they're reviving the Dick Sweatenham's classic console into a 500 series format. So they've got like the preamp here, and then they got the EQ section here. It's 2 different modules. And these are the modules like they were using, the Zeppelin was using, and Black Sabbath, the 69 console. So I was super stoked when I saw this because I'm getting ready to put together my own 500 series rack. And I've been I'm not doing it right this moment. I'm still kind of eyeing things, which I'm glad I did because this is really cool. But that's going to be my next thing. Hopefully in the spring here, we should be moving into a bigger house, and I'll have a big room for my studio, and then we can start building on the 500 series stuff. My buddy Bill Dwyer, he has a Soundcraft mixing console page on Facebook, and he's got a Cranbourne rack, which I'd love to do that, which would be really cool. But anyways, so I was excited to see this. If you go on here, we'll click the video, and they'll be talking about it a little bit, but I'm going to take it up a little bit to where you can hear. Yeah, so that's right up our alley, that sound. What's really great with these is it just makes everything, and they talk a little bit about it. It's like, it makes you feel like, you got a drum, you've captured the drums, and when you lay this EQ preamp on there, it makes you feel like you're right in the room with the drums. And that's how it sounds to me like when they engage these modules. It feels like we're sitting right in the room with them, even though we're like watching the YouTube video, but you can really feel like, I'm right there. So I'm real stoked about these. I'm gonna be checking these out, and hopefully pull the trigger maybe with our friends here at Vintage King. If you go to their website, they're dropping this month. They'll have them out, and like I said, they have the preamp is going for about $1,000. Then the EQ. I mean, it's $2,000 to do it, but if you try to buy a real Helios like this, I mean, you're talking thousands and thousands. They're really expensive, so I think it's pretty cool. So I'm thinking that's really cool. I'd like to hear what you guys think about these. And if anybody's using the Helios themselves or using the Kramer plugin, drop some comments down for me down below. I'm sure the H2 Audio guys would love to see that too as well. So check that out. Next up, I've got just a couple things I want to talk about with the channel. Been working on this channel for a couple months now, just in my spare time when I'm not working gazillion hours at my other job. And I've been having a lot of fun with this. And I was watching a video with this fellow, Roberto Blake. He does YouTube stuff and a bunch of other things. And he was talking about the importance of having your own email list, your own website. And we had talked a couple weeks ago about this here, the reward music. Where you can create your own website, you can have your own audio streaming in there, you could have your own email list, your own store, merchandise, you can do video streams, and then you can set up your own little communities in there too, like set up forums and different blog posts, which I think would be cool. I'm getting a lot of people contacting me, trying to get me through Facebook or sending me direct messages and stuff, and I think it'd be cool maybe if we set up something inside of this. Some kind of forum I think would be cool, because I'm getting guys that are they're recording. Some are musicians and mastering engineers, and just other guys at home recording. It'd be cool to bring a bunch of those folks down into the same little community we're creating here. So I'm getting ready to pull the trigger on this. I just got an email this morning from them saying that Shane Therio, who works up at Daryl's house, not far from where I'm at, he just joined up. So I think that's kind of a little message for me to get on, especially after I saw the video with Roberto this morning. It was real helpful. He's big and just thinks the email and creating your community outside of all the social media stuff, you just need to do it. So that's going to be the next thing happening for us here. The other thing I saw this week too, and I'd love to get you, if anybody's used this, is this Telegram messaging app. I follow this company, Acustica, excuse me. They make a bunch of different plugins, like high-end, high fidelity, like great sounding plugins. I just got into these recently. But they were using this Telegram Messenger now, and they'll just send you, like, it's a Telegram, so you just get a message from them through this app. And then you don't have all this other comments and stuff. It's just whatever their message is. So I think this is kind of a cool thing that I'm going to be keeping my eye on. I'd be curious to know if anybody's using this Telegram and what your thoughts are on it. A lot of the people from Acoustica, I follow them in their Facebook group, and a lot of people were really stoked that they did that. I mean, they got, I don't know how many people I signed up. I was like 170, but I think they're cruising. They got a lot of people signing up for it. So I'd like to know what you guys think of that. I'd like to know what you think of these Acustica plugins. Right now they've got this Fairchild, this Ultramarine 4. It's an emulation a model of a Fairchild. I guess it's supposed to be ridiculous. They got it on sale right now for $89. I think it ends today though as I'm doing this. It's gonna go back, but they seem to be running a bunch of cool specials, and yeah, they got all these channel strips. Check this stuff out. I mean, that's some Helios stuff they got going on. Yeah, pretty amazing. Ivory, there's like a mass select mastering. Titanium. Pink 4s like that Lindell 50 that I just did the video on, so that's pretty cool. Here, the Fairchild. I got a Fairchild I'm using with IK. I'm sure this is pretty wicked from what I hear. So I might try some Acoustica stuff. You can do trial stuff with them. I'll probably be doing that at some point. And then they got EQs. They got this really awesome Purple 3, which is like a Pultec. Oh, too many plugins. I was laughing with Bill Dwyer. I was like, man, I can't seem to say no to these plugins here. I've gotten a couple here. I've gotten them on sales and stuff, but I'm not spending hundreds of dollars on plugins. Right? That's kind of crazy, but I've got plenty now that I've got. The T-Rax Deluxe, I got that for free watching Dave's Instagram thing, and then I've added in a couple other little plugins since then. But Acoustica is pretty cool. We'll be doing some trials. We'll be doing some videos on them here pretty soon, so get ready for that. Yeah. So that's all I got here for the jam. I'm going to spend the next 2 days here just recording and getting that song all put together. And then hopefully this week we can start hearing some the guitar solos working. I'm really excited to put down some really great stuff in memory of Leslie West. And I think it's gonna be a good song. I'm stoked for the lyrics. I think you guys are gonna dig it. I think you'll think it's gonna be a good one. So thanks everybody for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe, hit the little bell, and I hope you get to play some guitar today. Take care now.